Today we are talking about state versus federal taxes, how they are different, which states don't have income tax, and what to do if you work or move across state lines. If you are new here, consider subscribing. What is the difference between state and federal taxes? Let's start with the basics. Federal taxes apply to everyone in the US, no matter where you live. The IRS collects these taxes to fund things like national defense, social programs, and infrastructure. State taxes, on the other hand, vary depending on where you live. Not every state has an income tax, and those that do have different rates. State taxes help fund local schools, roads, and public services. For instance, if you live in California, you pay both federal and state taxes. But if you live in Florida, you only pay federal tax because Florida doesn't have a state income tax. Which states do not have income tax? Good news, some states don't charge an income tax at all. As of 2024, these states do not have state income tax. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas, Tennessee, Wyoming, Washington, no income tax but has a capital gain tax. Do I have to file taxes in multiple states if I move? If you move to a different state during the year, you may have to file 2 state tax returns, one for each state. How it works, you report income earned while living in each state. Some states have reciprocal agreements, meaning you only pay in one state. If one state has a higher tax rate, you may get a credit for taxes paid to the other state. For instance, if you moved from California to Texas in July 2024, you would file a part-year resident return in California for January to June. No state return in Texas because Texas has no income tax. How do I file taxes if I work in one state but live in another? If you live in one state but work in another, your tax situation depends on whether the states have reciprocal agreements. Here are 2 scenarios. If your states have a reciprocal agreement, you only pay taxes in your home state. You live in New Jersey but work in Pennsylvania, you only file in New Jersey. If your state do not have an agreement, you might need to file 2 state tax returns, one as non-resident, one as a resident. How do state tax refund work? Just like with federal taxes, if you overpaid state income tax, you will get a state tax refund. However, each state has its own processing times and rules. Key differences from federal refunds: state refunds often take longer to process than federal refunds. Some states allow direct deposits, while other only mail checks. If you owe taxes from previous years, the state may offset your refund to cover the debt. What you should do next: check your state tax rules to see if you owe taxes in multiple states. If you move, keep track of income earned in each state. Use tax software or a CPA to avoid overpaying state taxes. Do you live in a no income tax state, or do you file in multiple states? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.